Kin people or Vietnamese people are an ethnic group native to the region of northern Vietnam and southern China in the geographic region of Southeast Asia. They speak the Vietnamese language, the most widely spoken Austroasiatic language. Although Vietnamese language origins are Austroasiatic, its vocabulary was also significantly influenced by Chinese and to a lesser extent, French. Sino-Vietnamese provides a Vietnamese form for almost all Chinese characters. Vietnamese kin people account for over 85.32% of the population of Vietnam in the 2019 census, and are officially known as kin to distinguish them from the myriad other ethnic groups within the country, such as the Hmong or Muong. The earliest recorded name for the ancient Vietnamese people in Vietnamese history books is Lac or Lac Viet. The Viet are one of the four main groups of Vietic speakers in Vietnam, the others being the Muong, Tho and Chut. The term Viet, in oracle bone and bronze inscriptions of the late Shank dynasty. The term Bayou, Bak Viet first appeared in the book Lu Shichunkyu compiled around 239 BC. By the 17th and 18th centuries AD, educated Vietnamese apparently referred to themselves as Navoi Viet or Navoi Nam. Beginning in the 10th and 11th centuries, a strand of Proto-Viet Hmong with influence from Annamese Middle Chinese started to become what is now the Vietnamese language. Its speakers called themselves the Kin people, meaning people of the capital, in modern Hanoi. Other variants of Proto-Viet Hmong were driven to the lowlands by the Kin and were called Tri, or outpost people, by the 13th century. These became the modern Hmong people. However, according to Victor Lieberman, Navoi Kin may be a colonial-era term for Vietnamese speakers inserted anachronistically into translations of pre-colonial documents. However, historic and modern Chu Nom scripture uses the Ha character, Jing, pronounced Jing in mainland Mandarin, Kin, with Sino-Vietnamese pronunciation. The origin of ethnic Vietnamese were Proto-Vietec people who descended from Proto-Austroasiatic people that possibly originated from somewhere in southern China, Yunnan, the Ling Nung, or the Yangtze River, together with the Monac, who settled further to the west, and the Khmer migrated further south. Most archaeologists and linguists, and other specialists like sinologists and crop experts, believe that they arrived no later than 2000 BCE, bringing with them the practice of riverine agriculture and in particular the cultivation of wet rice. Some linguistic scholars suggested that the Vietic-speaking people migrated from southern Red River Delta to the Delta itself, which originally inhabited by Thai-speaking people. In 1930s, clusters of Vietic-speaking communities were discovered in the hills of eastern Laos, are believed to be the earliest inhabitants of that region. According to Vietnamese legend, the tale the Hong Bang clan, written in 15th century. The first Vietnamese descended from the dragon lord Lac Long Quan and the fairy O Co. They married and had 100 eggs, from which hatched 100 children. Their eldest son ruled as the Hung King. The Hung Kings were claimed to be descended from the mythical figure Shen Nong. The earliest reference of the Proto-Vietnamese or the Vietec in Chinese annals was the Lac Viet, or the Dongsonian. An ancient ethnic group of Mon Khmer stock occupied the Red River Delta. The Lac developed the sophisticated Metal Age Dong Sun culture and the Van Lang chiefdom, ruled by the semi-mythical Hung Kings. To the south of the Dongsonians was the Sa Hain culture of the Austronesian Proto-Cham people. Around 400 to 200 BC, the Lac came to contact with the Oviat Thai people and the Sinitic people from the north. According to a late 3rd or early 4th century AD Chinese chronicle, the leader of the Oviat, Thuc Phan, conquered Van Lang and deposed the last Hung King. Having submissions of Lac lords, Thuc Phan proclaimed himself king and Dong of O Lac Kingdom. In 179 BC, Xiao Tuo, a Chinese general who has established the Nanu state in modern-day southern China, annexed O Lac, and began the Sino-Vietec interaction that lasted in a millennium. In 111 BC, the Ha Empire conquered Nanu, brought the Lac Viet region under Ha rule. By 2 AD, there were around nearly 1 million people lived in northern Vietnam and central Vietnam. the Han Chinese began conducting their civilizing mission over the local people, which ultimately resulted in an violent uprising of the local Lak people led by Trung sisters in 40s AD. The sister stronghold was annihilated in 43 AD. The rebelled Lak lords were butchered, 5,000 people were decapitated, and some 100 families were deported to China. After 43 AD, the Ha dynasty imposed direct imperial rule over the region. The Lak Viet elite started adopting Chinese culture, techniques, and lifestyle, while retaining their own customs. Mahayana Buddhism arrived from India,